What up, y'all? I'm Laiya, and welcome to Curveball. And I'm here to tell you what's ill about that. So Saturday night, I'm at my fight party. I know you at yours. But we like at least full drinks in by, round four. The time round four hits, Mayweather versus Ortiz. And it was an interesting moment in that fight. Of course, you know the highlights, the knocking out of Ortiz, the Larry Merchant situation. But let's dig deeper because I think there were some moments that were very ill. Well, let me tell you the number one ill moment for me. Number one ill moment was that first hit, that what I thought was that first headbutt, but now going back and watching the tape, it looked like maybe the third headbutt. So within that headbutt, as I'm watching the headbutt go, I thought it was ill to me because it seemed like the headbutt started from a squat position. You know how usually somebody might headbutt, it's just an accident, but it seemed like Ortiz got down, took his head, and went in a kind of motion. And I was like, that is ill because that looks like that's on purpose. Obviously, by then, that's what Mayweather thought too. So, of course, by the time we see this headbutt go down, everybody in the fight party, just like yours, I'm sure the sounds were the same all across the nation. Yo, did y'all see that? That was crazy. Hold up, hold up. So while we hold up and hold upping, I think Mayweather was hold up and too. But his was more in his head. Check it. I'm gonna tell you what's up. So as we're watching what happens after the head, but we noticed there were two hug attempts by Ortiz. The first hug attempt went unfazed by Mayweather. He attempted to hug. Mayweather was kind of like, "What? What's going on right now? I don't think so." The second hug attempt was when it all went wrong. This is how I see it. Ref goes, "Let's fight." Brings them together. Instead of Ortiz, just putting it up, he goes in for the hug. So Ortiz, so Mayweather, he stands there, he takes it for a second, he's like, whatever, man, you know. In my mind, I see his neck pop, like, whatever, man. I just felt it, the way he just, whatever, man. So anyway, then they separate again. Stay with me. Now, somehow, Mayweather gets a chance to do like a half a second pace. And I watched this because I wondered who he was looking at as he did his pace. Because he did his pace a little bit around the ring. Like, hold up, look, I can't believe this shit really go down like this. This shit is crazy. And I swear he looked at somebody in the audience. I don't know, it's probably 50 because they got this weird situation right now. Oh, this, if you believe it. Even if he didn't do this, you just kind of saw it go down within his mind. So I think on the third, I can't believe this shit. He walks up to Ortiz, and I don't know why Ortiz had his arms down. I mean, let's keep it real. If the majority of us seen Mayweather, I don't know, in the Wawa, you sometimes your hand just go up just in case. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why anybody would get that close to Mayweather and not have a hand up situation. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it might be. So I think the ill part about it for me, the third ill part of the situation for me was not only was there a knockout humiliation for Ortiz, but there was a humiliation to it. And see, this is the part. I had a friend, big up to Devin, who actually had the nerve to say that he thinks that this whole display was staged. I'm gonna tell you why I want staged. Now, if Mayweather had just knocked him straight out like this, like he did with the second punch, maybe we could have some reasonable doubt about the stageation. But this first touch of Mayweather's boxing glove to Ortiz's face was a bitch slap. Now, I don't pretend to be the biggest boxing fan in the world. I feel like I've seen, some of the best fights, some of the most historical fights. Never have I seen somebody get bitch slapped and then knocked out. Did you see it? It was like a oh, and then it was a just to make sure. It was like a oh, and a, just to make sure. Yeah. Did you see it? I'd like to say, Mayweather had a moment familiar to most of us. I like to call it a nigga moment. Sure, he considered for a moment this is a show. I should give these people 12 rounds, even though I know I can kick. And that's what I thought that was ill too. Was ill about this. Ill factor number four is by that punch, I just felt like Mayweather kind of showed us that, I'm just kind of like stretching this out for y'all, but at any moment I can knock this out. That's what I felt when I saw that too. I had a lot of thoughts like Mayweather. It was like in slow motion. It was a lot. So as we watched the nigga moment continue, because we didn't know the nigga moment was gonna continue, I can still feel that rush of excitement that I felt as I'm watching Mayweather and Larry Merchant, and you hear the first shit, and my head popped out from my drink. Like, shit, what? Wait a minute, did my father just say some shit? And you don't know shit about boxing. You ain't. They need to fire you. What is really going on right now? Is Mayweather having a manic moment? Well, it can't be that manic because what he's saying is not that far from the truth based off a lot of opinions in the group that I'm in right now. Everybody was like, yo, somebody finally gave it to Larry Merchant. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that that was cruel to do to Larry Merchant? I was almost scared that the spit was going to fire on somebody's face and it was going to be a problem, but I'm glad it didn't get to that point. You know what I'm saying? But still, I have to thank Mayweather. That was a Saturday night that I will never forget. And I'm sure it's a Saturday night that you will never forget either. Floyd Mayweather. Another nigga moment. An expensive one, but yet another one. I'm Laiya, and thank y'all for logging on to Curveball. You know what's all about that?